I'm back with brother Sharif Salim.
All right, how are you?
Pretty good in yourself.
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you so much.
And to give you the proper greeting, walaikum salam, brother.
Alhamdulillah. Wa alaikum.
I understand that you are the manager of brother Seth Mitchell, the NABO heavyweight champion.
Yes, I am. I'm proud of it and most thankful at the same time.
I would like to properly introduce myself. My name is Trayon Brady, and I'm representing roundabout.com, the boxing roundtable here in the Maryland, D.C., Virginia area.
Oh, great.
I'd like to ask you a few questions. Is that okay?
That's fine. I hope that I can give you sufficient answers.
I'm sure you can. I thoroughly enjoyed the fight, Seth's last fight against Chaz Witherspoon. It's great to see American heavyweights going at it. We have not seen that in a long time, especially a very competitive and titillating fight that we saw. Were you also, can you agree with that?
I can agree 100%, except that you left out a few things.
What was that, sir?
Their behavior, the two fighters, before the fight, during the fight, and after the fight was impeccable. We're talking about exemplifying the epitome of sportsmanship. When they saw each other at the Caesars Palace Hotel, they shook each other hands, spoke each time. They no one bashed anybody. It was just a delight to see that we can compete in such a physically demanding sport, but at the same time show proper respect and honor for your fellow warrior. I think upbringing had something to do with it, but it's not ironic that both of these guys, from what we understood as a fight on that scale, it was the first time two African Americans fought in a 12-round fight that were both college graduates.
Now tell me, you mentioned college graduates. Do you think the education received by both individuals had anything to do with the level of respect that they had for one another?
Well, that's why I mentioned first, I think it was their upbringing. I got to give kudos to their parents, in which I'm now conversating on the phone from time to time with Mr. Witherspoon,
Right.
who called me recently, and we hope to get together and maybe do some fishing. So I think that first and foremost. But absolutely, you have these guys that, I mean, they didn't go to, and no disrespect to your small community colleges, but they went to Division I schools and
Right.
competed.
Right.
Little known that Chaz Witherspoon had a 3.8 grade point average and a scholarship to St. Joseph, where he has a degree in pharmaceutical studies.
Can we say summa cum laude?
Well, when I came out, believe it or not, from undergraduate, it was, as they say, thank you, Lordy. But I don't know if it was actually Summa, but I can tell you that a 3.8, that's smoking. And Seth also had at one time at Michigan State a 3.7 grade point average. And he graduated with a degree in criminal justice and was a former teacher.
Well, let me ask you this. We talk about, we're talking about GPAs here, but let's talk about standardized tests in the form of the boxing world. We had a standardized test in Chaz Witherspoon, but tell me, what is next? What is the next standardized test for your fighter, Seth Mitchell? Will you be putting him in with the top level opposition immediately? Or did that shaky moment in round number one have you second guess your opposition?
Not at all. In fact, those shaky moments, and you'll get them, I think helped to increase his confidence.
Uh-huh.
In fact, the way he came back, it raised his level. I believe in the standing of fans, and his own belief that he can get, buzzed and come back. I mean, it lifted Seth exponentially.
Right.
I really believe it did nothing but for the best for him. Right now, I'm trying to line him up to fight someone who I believe can give him rounds.
Right.
Never been stopped in amateur or pro. We thought we would get some rounds from him, but Seth ran through him in 2 rounds. We know that Shez Witherspoon, who comes from a boxing pedigree, which includes a cousin who was a former heavyweight champion, and has fought, triple the amount of years that Seth has fought. We thought we might be able to go 7 or 8 rounds, and Seth will finally get him. But that ended in the 3rd round.
Right.
Right now, I'm looking at someone who he can defend his NABO belt.
Well, before you even tell me that, before you tell me who exactly you're looking for, I got a pop quiz. Chauncey Welliver was supposed to fight Seth Mitchell. Is he still on your radar?
He is one of the people that are being seriously considered.
Okay. And what transpired to where that fight was not made?
For whatever reason, it just didn't happen. I mean, we always go into a next opposition with 3 or 4 fighters on our minds.
Right.
That's part of my administrative background of preparation, planning, the whole process. So we always go with these names that we all come to agreement with, Team Mitchell, and then we present that to, Golden Boy. So, yes, we had him, and we had Chaz Witherspoon, and we had a couple of other guys on the radar before, Chaz Witherspoon accepted.
Gotcha.
Like the first person to accept, and then I actually wanted that fight because I thought it had an intriguing human interest story we never had, as far as we knew.
Right.
2 college graduate African American heavyweights that were fighting each other, and what I also liked was that, you could say it was not just for the NABO belt, but kind of like the unofficial Middle Atlantic bragging rights,
Right.
He's from Maryland. I mean, he lives less than 100 miles from Chaz Witherspoon, who grew up in Philly.
Right. Well, let's change gears real quick here. And mind you, I totally understand the magnitude, being a African American college graduate myself, of 2 individuals who not only took the pugilist route to success, but also the academia route to success, and becoming successful at both levels. Like, that's unheard of.
Yeah, and I don't think HBO or anybody else has kind of played that up enough. I think that was really sensational when you constantly hear, not taking anything away from them, I give them their props too, that the Cliftos are both PhDs in sports medicine. Well, that's wonderful. So we have these guys here, American heavyweights, that could be a challenge for these guys in the next 8 months to 14 months. So I really thought that should have been highlighted, because we hear a lot of the not so good news, of activities of fighters, getting arrested and, showing up with different things going on in their lives. I just thought it was great to see these 2 gentlemen, these 2 poet warriors, carrying themselves and conducting themselves in just an exemplary manner.
Gotcha.
Before, during, and even after the fight.
Gotcha. And I appreciate that, and I'm sure the fans and press all appreciate that. Let me move on, Brother Sharif. Compare the management of Seth to that of other fighters that you manage. I guess first I should answer, do you manage other fighters?
Yes, I have 3 other fighters that I manage besides Seth Mitchell.
And can you tell us who they are, sir?
Oh, absolutely. I just recently signed a 2-time National Golden Glove super heavyweight, and that is Jerry Forrest out of Newport News.
Okay.
And he will have his pro debut next month.
Gotcha. Okay.
The venue and all, but he is a knockout artist. He's incredibly heavy-handed, and a very first, and he's the first southpaw that I'm working with.
Gotcha. Okay.
Actually, the second, yeah. So we're excited about this young man. He's 20 years old, and works a wonderful job in
Brother Sharif, it sounds like you're trying to build a family over there. I mean, you got two college graduates fighting in one fight. You have a family man who's an outstanding high school, athlete, and a gentleman another. What do you have next? A priest fighting on your team?
No. I mean, I'm a 37-year educator, former longtime principal of schools. So I tend to like to make my transition from education to just another level of education.
Gotcha.
I like to be able to talk to my guys about politics, about climate change, about a whole lot of things, history, and I can do that with these guys. Not only that, I require from every one of my fighters to have a pet project.
Gotcha.
Which is the Wounded Warrior program, in which once a month he's at Walter Reed and Navy Medical Army Hospital visiting the troops, and I think I've done a pretty good job increasing his resume. He went to Iraq when the troops were there for the USO tour in March of 2011.
Gotcha.
De La Hoya. So, I mean, he's doing a wonderful job with his project because he once, with 70 operations at Michigan State, truly understood and could appreciate what it was like being laid up in a bed with your leg up in the air. So,
right.
Definitely did a great job over there overseas, as well as he's doing a wonderful job with the Wounded Warrior program.
Gotcha. So those pet projects, of course, I guess expound your fighters' knowledge and intelligence and worldly things outside of the boxing ring. You want them to be all-around citizens as opposed to just prize fighters.
Yeah, you got to get back. You have to get back to the citizens. My fighters do go into the schools, and they do represent at athletic banquets and career days and speak to summer camps. I mean, it's not just a request, it's a demand. And they jump into it. I mean, they really flourish at working with youth and with individuals. So they all have different projects. Jerry Forrest is about to get a program called Sarah that I developed, which deals with teenage pregnancy prevention and, working with other youngsters and that realm. And I have Teron Grant, who's a 2-0 young 22-year-old lightweight.
Right.
And he'll be working with my program, Books Not Bullies.
Gotcha.
To emphasize more the literate approach and literary pursuits as opposed to this physical aggression.
Yeah.
And I have a wily old veteran who's 34-2 named Donnell Holmes.
Okay.
You'll see all three of them in June, as well as Teron Grant fighting probably sometime in July with Seth Mitchell.
Gotcha. And you know what? We've actually interviewed, believe it or not, a couple of these fighters, including Teron Grant and Jerry Forrest. So we've been tracking these guys for a little while here at roundabout.com, the Boxing Roundtable. Brother Sharif, my last question, and this is it. Is there anything you want to tell that you want the fans to know, that you want roundabout.com to know about your fighters, including Seth Mitchell and the others that you mentioned, and what would you like to leave us with, brother?
Well, again, we are all citizens of the universe, and we also are extremely responsible for the communities and neighborhoods that we live in. I don't believe any of us grow up in a vacuum. We're all a sum total of everyone who's touched us and motivated us and disciplined us and coerced us. And I believe that transforms over into the world of athletics as well.
Right.
And boxing, I believe I can take youngsters who are in a rather tough sport and go and talk to some of these so-called at-risk youngsters who claim to be toughs and claim to be know-it-alls. And I think that we can strip some of those layers to reach out. So I believe that we have to connect, not just in the ring, literally, with left hooks and right hands, but we have to connect with the young people out here, the youth, who they're not that far from an age disparity, nor are they that far away from some of their likes and dislikes. So I believe that the sport of boxing has a very special appeal, and we want to use that appeal, these athletes, to again give back to the community and make an indelible imprint on the fabric of our society.
Brother Sharif, if you were not the manager of Seth Mitchell, you should be the president of the United States. You speak so well, and guess what? I wasn't even surprised. I anticipated this, brother. I expected this. Let me tell you this next.
I'm going to be beat by quite a bit. I can tell you that right now.
I work with a number of underprivileged youth here in the Washington, D.C. area, and at a later date, I'd love to talk to you about a possible guest appearance with yourself and some of your fighters if that's possible. But before I go, brother, I would like to extend a straight right hand to you and shake your hand.
You got it. I was about to duck, but then you said shake my hand. So I appreciate it, and I look forward to speaking to you in the future with unlimited enthusiasm.
Alhamdulillah, brother.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.